Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am working from home today. I get to do that about once a week, which is really nice because my commute is forever long. People in Maryland don't know how to drive in the rain. If you don't live here, you might not know that, but just as fair warning, if you ever come visit Maryland when it's raining, people just suddenly forget how to drive. Anyway, that is not what this video is about. I feel like that's a disclaimer in a lot of my videos, or is going to be, as I continue to get derailed from my actual subject. So today I just wanted to talk about living sustainably when you live with other people. I live at home with my parents and my sister, and this is because I'm trying to save up money before I actually move out. I don't have a large income, and it makes more economical sense to stay at home with my parents and save up a bit of cash before I eventually move out. Part of the other reason I'm living at home is because I went off and traveled for a while after my master's degree, and I didn't really have a place to live after that. But thankfully my parents are very supportive and very loving and took me back in, even though I drive them crazy. Thanks, Mom and Dad, I love you. And I know I drive you crazy. I'm sorry. I try not to, believe it or not. So I am very fortunate that I am in this situation where I can save my money and live at home for pretty much free. My parents are allowing me to do that because they know I'm not just spending my money on random things that I don't need, but I'm trying to save up with goals in mind, like moving out and traveling and other things like that. I'm very fortunate. So you may be like me. You may be in college, you may be just out of college looking for work. Maybe you are living with a bunch of roommates and not with your parents and sister or brothers. So that may be your situation, and it may feel like it's very difficult to be making changes in your life that are more sustainable. Now, I know for myself, I have lived on my own before, and it is, I would say, easier to try to go zero waste and reduce your impact when you're living on your own, because you have complete control over what is coming into your house or apartment and what products you are using or not using. And when you live with other people, that may not be the case. Maybe there's some communal situation going on. I share a lot of groceries with my parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because of that, I don't have complete control over everything that I consume. I do my best, but it's not perfect. It's different from how I would be doing on my own. If you are living with your parents, or that is your situation, there's still a lot of options for reducing your impact. Try to focus on areas within your house or apartment that are under your control. So for example, the bathroom is a fantastic place to start. You can buy your own shampoo and conditioner that is plastic free by buying shampoo bars. You can use apple cider vinegar rinse, which is just diluted apple cider vinegar and water instead of conditioner. You can use eco-friendly toothpaste. You can use a bamboo toothbrush. Things like that are within your control, even though it feels like maybe the rest of the space is not. So try to start there. The other thing is that you can be low waste, zero waste, without replacing everything in your home, without, going out and buying all these fancy things. Every house has Tupperware, pretty much. Like People are drowning in Tupperware. Use that. Yes, it's still plastic, it's still not fantastic, but it already exists, so you might as well use it. So for example, because I live with my parents, we have all these containers that we've had for years and years and years, and I use those. I did buy some Pyrex when I was living on my own. I use that as much as possible. I have my own lunch container, but I still use a lot of what my parents already have. So try to take advantage of what's already there rather than saying, oh, I need to buy this fancy stainless steel whatchamacallit because that's what all the other people in the zero waste movement are doing. And that ties into you don't have to spend money and buy all the fancy things to go zero waste, but that's another story for another day. Like I said, getting off track. So bathroom is a great place to start, as is your bedroom. For example, in your bedroom, don't bring in candles or air fresheners that use synthetic fragrances. Clean everything in your space with DIY green cleaning material like vinegar and essential oils. So those are things you do have control over. I would say start there and focus on that rather than all the things that the people around you are doing that maybe aren't on the same level where you would like to be. The other thing is living through example can be a really positive situation. So I try to do this with my family. I don't always succeed. Sometimes I get a bit more ranty, but sometimes they do ask for it, and I just like to remind them, like, you know, you did ask. For example, at some point, I stopped eating bananas as frequently, and my dad asked why. I told him, you know, they're not harvested ethically. They are imported from far away. They have a large carbon footprint. And he got kind of frustrated, and I was like, well, you did ask. Maybe it was a leading question, but anyway. Leading by example can be a great thing to do in your life. So, for example, when I got into environmental science and living a low-waste life, my mom started buying produce bags that are reusable so that we get as much produce in those bags rather than pre-wrapped in plastic. And every once in a while, my mom will say, like, oh, we need to, you know, fix our shopping habits so we can reduce our waste. And those are things that have come up not only through her being aware of the green movement, but also us discussing what the problem is with plastic and how we can reduce our consumption in our own lives. As my mom and I discuss these things, we'll come up with things like using more of our reusable towels rather than paper towels, or using a fabric napkin rather than the disposable kind that are bleached and use a lot of water. And through that, they are also becoming more sustainable, because my parents and my sister, they do really care about the environment. They aren't maybe as obsessed as I am with living green, and that's where the disparity comes out, but they do care and they are interested. And my experience has been that most people you interact with are interested in what we can do to help the planet. You stopped filming. Why did you stop filming? So for example, I've been keeping up with Living Waste Free, Samantha White, her YouTube channel, and she has moved in with a few other roommates in Australia. And every once in a while she'll have these segments about zero waste swaps her roommates have made just from, you know, the experience of living with her and them wanting to do better by the environment. So it can be frustrating when you don't have your own space and feel like you're limited in what you can do to live a more sustainable life, but there are still a lot of options available to you. And like I said, I think it can be a positive experience in the long run. I hope that helps, if nothing else, to motivate you to keep trying, even though you do live with other people. I myself sometimes get in that mindset of, well, you know, I live at home, it's not a permanent thing, so I'll be better when I move out. But I don't know when I'm gonna move out. You know, at some point in the near-ish future, just so that my parents and I don't drive each other insane. And by that I mean I don't drive them insane. Also, I feel like I'm sweating a lot with drinking this tea at the same time with doing this, but it's fine. I'll just be sweaty and gross like normal. You may feel like maybe now's not the right time to be going more sustainable, but I would encourage you to just try to focus on easy starts, things that you can do within your own space. Go from there and then keep growing and see if you can bring other people with you. So I hope you stay motivated. Please check out my blog, my Instagram, follow, subscribe, click that notification button, all those good things. And until next time, keep fighting the good fight. The best part about working at home is that I get to cuddle with my cats, even if they don't want to cuddle with me.